Hi, this is Christopher Jones with Authentic Leader. Thanks for joining us today. We are yet here at the construction neighborhood, and here's a backhoe that I found, thought might be a nice backdrop. They're actually putting in curbs and they're getting ready to pave probably in a few weeks here, so this is really taking shape. Today we're continuing our conversation about podcasts and how I listen to podcasts to increase my personal effectiveness. And I encourage you to do the same thing too. The podcast we're talking about today is called the Productivityist podcast. This is a podcast by Mike Vardy, and he truly is the resident expert on all things productivity. It's a terrific podcast where sometimes he just talks himself on a monologue, but other times he actually interviews people. It's a great podcast that talks about productivity and effectiveness. And when he interviews other people, he gets other people's perspectives also on productivity and effectiveness. I am really a productivity enthusiast. 20 plus years ago, I used to teach a class all about what was called then time management, which is really priority management. And I've really been addicted to that ever since. And this is a terrific podcast for someone like me who's always trying to find a better, more effective, and efficient way to get a whole bunch of stuff done. So this is a great podcast to give you additional perspective. Every podcast gives me a little perspective or a little tidbit that I can add to my day and my effectiveness. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you come back tomorrow for yet another podcast that I listen to. Make sure you go to christopherrjones.com/download 1116, where you can download your free ebook that details all the podcasts that I listen to with all the details behind it as well. Make sure you come back tomorrow where I'll highlight yet another podcast that I listen to. In the meantime, make sure you bring out the best in your leadership.